Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Cedreo V2 webinar. My name is Zach Strudoff. That is me in the bottom left-hand corner in the picture. I'm our North American business consultant for Cedreo here in the United States. I'm going to spend the next 20 to 25 minutes with you all going over the newly released V2 and some of the new features that are available in there. So we're going to start on your main project dashboard and just start from scratch and create a project to show you some of the new look, the new options where you can toggle between versions and whatnot. So please note on your project dashboard, you will have the online support for V1 as well as the online support for V2. I'll just click it really fast to show you, but as you go into the V2 support, you'll see we have about 15 tutorials right now. We're hoping to have 5 or 6 more here in the near future for you, and we'll be adding a number of new tutorials over the next year by the end of 2021. They do go by steps, so you can click on each step to view the different tutorial videos under each step. So as I'm on my project dashboard, if I click create a project, just as before, you will name it. So for this one, I'll just call it V2 webinar. We have the description if you need to fill that in for anything, and then your measurement unit option between imperial and metric if you need to change that. Then just below that, we'll have the option for V1 or V2. It'll automatically start you on V2, but if you would like to do the project on V1, you can just click that. It'll toggle back to V1 and vice versa. Now, one thing to keep in mind, V1 will be available through the end of the year. After the end of the year, we will be focused solely on working on V2. But right now, you can continue working on your projects and finish them in V1 before the end of the year. If you start a project in V1 or have a project that you have previously done in V1 but would like to convert it to V2, you can do that. But you cannot start a project in V2 and then convert it back to the previous version. So keep that in mind. So as I click the check mark and the play button to start the project and open it up, you'll see the new user interface here and the new loading time to start a project. And as we open up, obviously the first thing you see in the upper right-hand corner is our 3D screen. So everything will be seen in 3D while you're working in the 2D steps. That's the main feature we're excited about. And then obviously the new user interface overall. So just real quick to highlight the 3D screen, I'm just going to draw a wall really quick here, there, and there. And you see in real time the little structure that's created. I'll delete these walls. Now, I know most of us are starting projects by tracing an image of an existing floor plan or layout. So please note, on all of the different stages, you've got the layout stage, the wall openings, the roof, exterior, and etc. there. Just below the different stages, we have the steps for each one. So under the layout stage, you have the wall, the room types, your levels, and etc. So for the trace image right here, on the right panel, it brings up the file folder. We'll click on that and we'll find the plan that we want to use. And as we open it, it pulls up on the screen. Now, just as before, we will need to set the ruler to set the project to scale. So I'll click next on the right-hand panel. And you see the ruler pull up here. So a little more user-friendly ruler in terms of setting it, more self-explanatory. You're just going to line it up on the corner here. Come down and get this one set. And now our ruler is ready to be set at 42 feet 5 inches, which you see here on the screen. So I will go to the ruler on the right-hand panel, type in 42 feet 5 inches, enter it, and click next. Now our project pulls up. Now you see when the layout pulls up, you have the ability to move it with the arrows. You can move it left and right on the screen. You can rotate it however you need. If you don't need to do anything to it, you can click next. And now we will finish and finalize by clicking finish. So once again, keep in mind all of the different steps under the different stages are here directly below. So for the wall stage, I'm right here, and then the options pop up below for each kind of wall. So for the exterior, I will choose the wall, and we have a new continuous drawing system. So as you can see here, I'm going to draw one wall, and once I click the corner, it gives me the ability to continue drawing. Or if I would like to validate that one wall and stop drawing, I can click the check mark inside the circle, and now I'm done drawing, and it finishes the one wall there. So as I mentioned, for the continuous drawing, I could go click my corner, and if I don't click that circle, I just continue over, and I can continue drawing there. Validate the finished wall by clicking the circle, and in the upper right hand corner you see the 3D structure in real time. Now I'm going to add a couple partition walls in here just for the sake of the demo to show you a few other features. So as I draw this one wall in here, go here, there, then I'll draw this wall here, over here, and so now you see from the overhead view in the upper right hand corner the walls that I've drawn. So now you've got the mirror option under the layout stage where we can mirror the project vertically or horizontally. If I click it vertically, you see the room shift from the left side to the right side, and horizontally flips it from the front to the back. Now as well, to go along with the mirroring, we have our new levels where you can now click and add a basement below the level that you've already drawn, or you can click add a level here, and it'll ask you if you'd like to duplicate from the previous floor. So if I click yes, you see it add the extra floor there. So now I'm going to jump over to another project that's already finished as we go to the wall opening stage, just to show you some new stuff here. So as I zoom in, you see we've got some windows placed on the bottom already, but if I'm looking to add a window up top, so on the wall opening stage, the main feature that I want to highlight here is our new search bar. So you now have the ability to search for products by dimensions, by the name, anything like that. So if you are looking for, say I want to put an arched window here on the second level, I can type in arched, comes up with all of the different options. I can select which arched window I want to use and place it. And with the 3D screen, we see it placed in real time. Now, obviously that window needs to be adjusted in terms of size. So just as before, the right panel is going to be your customization panel for any dimensions and colors. So I can go here, we'll make the height, let's just say 8 feet. We'll make the width 7. And you see it entered in there in real time. Now, while we're on the wall opening stage, I'm also going to jump to the bottom level and zoom in here. Now, as you see, the windows have the white exterior frames right now. If I highlight one, as I mentioned, you have the dimensions here. The paint pad is going to be where you'll go to change the color. So if I click on that, I'll click the exterior frame, the outside frame. We'll change it to black to make it easy to see. And now you see this, the one window. And if we click the black, sorry, I gotta choose the window. You see the frame changes to black, and now it asks you if you would like to apply it to all the openings in the house. So if I click yes, this is going to serve as your overall applications feature, where all the windows in the house that are the same style are now going to have the black on the frame. So I'm going to jump back to the other project now, and we're going to go to the wall opening stage. So like I just showed you with the window up top for the search bar, we also have the new repeat action, which is going to be right here in the top left-hand corner. If I click on those arrows and highlight them green, now we have the repeat choice. So as I go and choose which window I want to use, I now have the ability with the repeat choice to place that same window throughout the house without having to go back and select a different window each time. Once you're done, you can click back to select, and now you're done placing those. Like I mentioned, click on one window, change the color, and this will pop up with your overall application option. Click yes, and all of those windows have been changed. While we're here, we also have the ability for you to now open and close your catalog. So right now the catalog's closed with just the icons. As you toggle over them, you see the writing and the labels for each one with bay window, regular windows, exterior doors, etc. If I click on open catalog, now you have all of the labels with the icons there to see them. And as you close it, you have more space to see on your project. Also the search bar, you can search, as I mentioned, if you know that the window has a 58-inch dimension, 36-inch dimension like this, it'll pop up with any window that has the 36-inch dimension in it. So now we'll jump to the roof stage. We'll jump to the first floor to set the roof on that first floor. So now, with the new version, we have the automatic roof detection. So that box is right here next to the different roof types. If I click that automatic roof detection box and then select the style roof that I want to add, say I want a gable, it'll highlight the area green. And if this is the correct area that you want to have that automatic roof put on, just like the continuous drawing, you validate by clicking the check mark, and now your roof is added on there. You see it in real time. So I'm going to close this project out, and we're going to jump to the one that is finished right here as we move to the outdoor stage. Nothing new here. Just as I mentioned on the previous screens, you have the search bar. So if you want to search for lawn, you can type in lawn. You can open and close the catalog just as before. And then you also have, when you are drawing, the continuous drawing feature, just like the walls, where you can continue drawing until you validate by clicking on the final point. But nothing new here other than the search bar, the continuous drawing, and for the hedges, you can now draw a continuous hedge like you see here with these green lines by just creating a line, and it'll draw that hedge wall for you. So as we jump to the furnishing stage into the first 3D view, I'm going to close the catalog just to give us some more space. Before we start doing anything with the furnishings, I do want to bring this to your attention. In the bottom right here, we have the different camera options. Right now, we are going to be in the 3D view where you can move around the house, up, down, left, right, anything like that. If you click on the human icon here, this is going to be your first person view from in front of the house or from wherever you are. And then the top view will take us to the overhead, and you can see it from up above. Now, while we're up above, I will show you the new options here for the settings. And if you click the drop-down menu, this is where you'll have the ability to take the roof off and all levels. So now we can look down in from overhead. We can move the project and look at it from all different angles from up above. So please keep in mind that those icons and those options have changed. They aren't not in a different spot. Too bad. It's just a small move, but they are in a slightly different location than before. So let me jump into the 3D view here again. Now, while I'm here, I do want to bring to your attention as well, the collisions tab is going to be in the top middle here with the car. So right now it's activated. If you choose, we'll do this. If you choose a material, as you run into the wall, the collisions tab keeps you from entering into the wall there. If I deactivate it right here and choose it, I can enter into the wall like this, and now it's overlapping. So just keep in mind the collisions tab is now right here in the top middle with the car. Now, while we're here, once again, open and close the catalog to see your different categories and subcategories here, or use the search bar. Say I want to add some more rocking chairs to the front porch. I can type in rocking, and we have the rocking chair pull up, and I'm able to place it. Once again, just for the furnishings, just like any wall openings, your customization tab is still on the right to change the height, the length, the width of anything, the colors. If you want to change just one to that color, you can click that. Or if you want to click and change all of them, we can click all, and they'll all change together. So that is it on the furnishings stage. Now on to the material stage. Same thing, main feature here is going to be your search tab. You know, if you want to change it from a wood cladding to a brick option, we can type brick. We see all the different options pop up. We can type red if you're looking for different red materials. If you are in the interior looking for a material to put on a countertop and you're looking for some marble, we can type in marble, and you see the different marble options. So just keep in mind that search bar will come in handy. Now, as I jump to the HD visual stage, a couple things new here. You now have the options to choose which background you want here, the outdoor countryside, interior sun. I have the outdoor sun chosen here. So as you can see, you still have the ability to move the sun up and down and also left and right to create the sunset, the nighttime look, daytime look, or whatever you're looking to do. In the upper right-hand corner, you'll see the sun icon, and you can see where it is placed and shining in through if you are having trouble seeing it on the 3D view over here. Now I'm going to go ahead and start a rendering from right here just to show you guys an option that we have set up now. So say we like this angle, so we're going to go ahead and ask for a rendering right here. As I click it, you'll see the status and the estimated time for that rendering to be generated. While it's doing that, we still have the ability to change the materials outside. But before I do that, if I want to save this viewpoint so I can compare what it looks like from this angle with the wood cladding versus the brick that I'm going to change it to, we can now go to Viewpoint on the right panel here, and I can click Save Current Viewpoint, where I'm circling with my mouse. Click Save, and now that viewpoint's saved. So if I go here and I'm applying a new material, like I said, we'll type brick to get some brick options. Once I choose one, I'll apply it. The overall application feature, once again, I'll click to apply it to all of the house. So now it's changed. And when I get back to the HD visual stage, now I can click the viewpoint and click that save viewpoint that I just saved for myself. And it's going to take me back to the exact same angle so that I can compare with the rendering that's being generated for the blue wood cladding. So that saving your viewpoint will come in handy. You can click throughout around the house, front, back, wherever you're going to use it. You can choose different viewpoints, and that way you can compare with the changes that you make to your project. So here we go. While it's creating this rendering for the blue wood cladding that I did, you'll see in the top left, it now shows you how many renderings you have left for the month while you're in the project. So you don't have to check for it on your project dashboard. You'll be able to see it here while you're working. You'll also have the ability to see your gallery here. So these are all the different renderings that have been produced previously on this project. Different viewpoints. Here we go. When the rendering's done that I just created, it'll say current rendering. It'll pop up there. Display it in the gallery. And here we go. There's our rendering that I just created. So now I can go back to the rendering tab. I can create the rendering of the brick from the same viewpoint. Ask for rendering. And now we'll be able to compare from that same exact view. While it's generating that one, I'm going to go here to the project dashboard and show you when you go to your projects. And as I open a project, you'll see the increased speed for the loading time of a project. As we open it, we have increased it by up to 4 times faster than what it was on the previous version. So when you open a project that's already finished with furnishings and materials, you'll see how much quicker it is to upload that project. So here we go. While this rendering is finishing for the brick to compare, I'll jump to the plan stage. Nothing too new here. Once again, open and closing the catalog in the top left and your search bar. So maybe chair, hit the symbol for a chair, and then we can enter these symbols in from the overhead view to get an idea of spacing. We could type in, or instead of typing, we'll open the catalog, go to the living room, straight sofa. There, we can place the different symbols and place these to get an idea of the spacing. So to go back, this rendering should be, yep, that's ready. We'll display it in the gallery. And now you see the brick compared to the blue wood cladding from the previous one. So those are the main features that we wanted to highlight for the new version. Once again, if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me through the email below. This is my direct email address, my phone number, or you can reach out through the chat. If you send any questions through the chat while you're working in the app, I'll be glad to answer you through that as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed the webinar today and enjoyed seeing the new features and capabilities. And we hope you enjoy using V2. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.